Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business. Here are your hosts, Anna Steinfest and Dr. Michael Troyer.
Welcome, everyone, to our studio. This is Anna Steinfest with my co-host, Dr. Michael Troyer. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone. Good to have you with us.
And as we promised, we will cover AI topic for this month. And the topic today will be harnessing AI for small business growth, tools and strategies, Michael.
Yes, I want to say, folks, that whether you're resistant to new technology and change or whether you've bought into some of this with a bit of balance, this is really important. You're going to fall behind if you don't try to stay with us. And not everything is good out there, but there's an awful lot of wonderful tools coming along. They're going to help you grow your business. So we're going to try to help point you towards the things you need to look at. And we'll start that today with customer-powered insights.
Yes, understanding your customers is extremely crucial for any small business. And before that, it's kind of was out of reach for small business owners. But guess what? Right now, it's very, very doable if you utilizing some of these AI tools out there to analyze the amount of, to analyze your data to make sure that you understand the patterns and the trends with your customers' behavior.
And I see so many ways to talk about this. I'm just going to throw one in real quick. Think about going to a major company with whom you want to do business. In the old days, I go on their webpage and I do some other research quick to find out about them. I can just turn to Chat GPT and tell me give me the 5 bullets about ABC company. Boom, I've got it done. And I know things that I didn't know before I go for this sales call, let's say. That's just one example. But it can help us understand so much about our customers in larger terms as well. What days of the week do customers buy our product the most frequently, for example? Or what times of the year? What are the true seasons that my business is going to face? That's useful information to know. I've watched companies scramble because they weren't, Starbucks is one. Starbucks is admitting they weren't handling the rush hours of the day in Starbucks, and they're making significant changes now in terms of making sure your order gets filled quicker by using AI to help them understand better when the rush hours are going to hit, staffing up based on that. It was just, I take it was maybe a little random prior to that. That's what we're talking about, customer insights. What can you learn?
In fact, AI, Michael, it can not only utilize some of the like a sales data, like what exactly you're talking about, but it can also analyze social media interactions, which is very, very important. In another podcast episode, we were talking about social media and content, but that's why you have to read the analytics. But guess what? You don't have to read the analytics because sometimes we don't understand the analytics. You just have to copy it and drop it in one of these AI tools, and that gives you a superpowers. And a lot of these tools are free, still free. Some of them, they have a premium version, but a lot of them are still free because they're trying to build. So that's why it's in beta version. So you know what? Utilize this right now. Be better than your competition.
And think of the power of this as a small business owner, that we can now see patterns in customer behavior and trends in customer behavior we couldn't afford to even gather before. These tools can help us do that so quickly. And now we see, there's a trend. Perhaps I ought to get in on that trend and make use of it. Or there's a pattern and it's changing. Do I need to change how I'm delivering my product or how I design my service? All of that's available to you, and it wasn't before. It's enormous, these tools that are there for us.
The next tip we want to share with you is automation. How you can automate some of the routine tasks.
And we really need to think of ourselves and anybody who might be working with us in that sense. I love the quote I got from an article earlier that said, how much would an employee in a particular role you've placed them benefit from having a competent but naive assistant? That might be Chat GPT. You still have to look at what they deliver to you. You have to correct some of it, but they're competent and they can deliver things to that employee that otherwise the employee has to slog through that particular task. It's a repetitive task, but Chat GPT can do it for them. It's a tool. Think of it as that naive, competent assistant.
That's right. And remember, in some other episodes back, we told you the 3 words: prime, prompt, polish. That's the polishing, because you're educating them, because they can take some of your prompts, but they have to understand the context. So you're educating them. And again, at the end, if you don't get the results you want, you can polish it. Prime, prompt, polish.
And think now about you need to schedule some social media posts that you want to do as a campaign. You need to manage an email marketing efforts you're undertaking. Maybe you're just trying to handle inquiries from customers that are consistent and kind of repetitive. You can use an AI program to do that for you. Take that off the shoulders of you or one of your employees. I've seen one gentleman out there talk about creating your own chat bots, which is now something you can do for yourself to interact on the routine things with customers, so that you're not always doing repetitive work. You're saving yourself for the customer who really needs something a little more elaborate, we might say, non-routine.
And our last tip, Michael, for this episode is, we will call this one personalizing marketing, because what you can do with AI, the AI tool can help you tailor your marketing efforts to individual customers, making your campaigns more effective. We've talked before, but it can analyze customer data and create a detailed profiles and segmentation of your audience based on their preferences and behaviors. That's huge.
Think about taking the data about all of your customers. Yes, you have to secure it. It's intellectual property, but doing it in-house and have your generative AI machine, your Chat GPT or whatever, analyze that customer base and break it out into consistent pools of customers that are a little bit different, those pools. And now you can customize the marketing and it goes to each of those pools because each is a little different from the others. Wow, what a tool. What an opportunity. It's like getting a handwritten note with a signature on it. You've gotten closer to that particular customer because your marketing talks to them instead of a broad, generalized marketing thing. It could be based on past purchase patterns. It could be based on demographics of those companies. So many ways in which you can slice this, but get it closer, and with so little effort, get it closer to that individual customer. It's like you're talking just to them.
Absolutely, Michael. And there is a lot of if you separate your customers to users and customers. Mm-hmm. So for some of you, that makes a lot of sense, because the users, the final users who are utilizing your product or service, are not the ones who are paying the bills.
Yep. In fact, we're right back to a favorite topic of mine. Do we understand our customers and why they use our product or service? Now we have a tool to help us understand why, because this tool can dig into that. So we come full circle. We come from customer insights to automating routine tasks to personalizing the marketing, which is back to really understanding our customers. We have tools for you to use. You need to harness them for your small business to grow. And you don't want to fall too far behind. I'm not saying you have to be out in front, but you don't want to fall too far behind either.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.